Good morning and welcome to Upreach with Bob Starkey, where we are practicing practical evangelism, where the Bible meets blue jeans. Well, today it's my privilege to be here with Josh Stamper. Good to see you, Josh.
Hey Bob, how's it going?
It's very good. I appreciate allowing me to come over to your home today and be a guest for a few moments as I pick up my eggs from your chickens.
Yeah, we have a bunch of chickens. You're welcome here.
Yeah, we get them quite frequently from you. They're really good. My wife really enjoys them. So we appreciate
awesome.
you and your family for that. And that while we're here, we take a minute and talk about a ministry that you've been involved in. And I find it fascinating and powerful. And I just kind of want to highlight it and talk about it for a moment. And it's called Fight Club. Josh, can I tell you a story?
Absolutely.
I'm at work one day, and there was two new guys, and they were chitter-chattering about you. And I didn't want to say that I knew you or anything. I just wanted to hear what they had to say. So I stayed mute. One guy says to the other, he goes, they were talking, and said, yeah, that's Josh, and so on and so forth. One guy says, but don't mess with him. And the other guy says, why not? And he said, he's in the Fight Club, and he will mess you up. And I go, whoa, guys, what are you talking about now? And I said, I think the Fight Club might be a little different than what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Fight Club. This is not MMA, is it?
No, it's definitely not no MMA. We teach the guys to fight for their families, their sons, their daughters, their homes, and their wives, based off of Nehemiah 4:14.
Amen.
Yeah.
Nehemiah is one of my favorite books of the Bible. I like it because Nehemiah shows up, he examines the situation, he sees a real problem. Homes have been destroyed. There was a lack of foundation is the thing that he really hits on. And he is there to bring community together that they could do it together, do the work of God. Tell us about that, Josh.
What we do, we just have an 11-week program where we get these guys come in, we disciple to them, teach them how to tithe, teach them how to be in the Word, teach them how to memorize the Word, teach them how to be a better husband, father, son, just love on them for where they're at in their life, and just hopefully walk them to God.
Amen. You know, when I hear the word Fight Club, some might think, is this some kind of tough guy thing? No, it's about being a real man, isn't it?
And absolutely, God calls us to be men and lead by example, and lead our families from the front. So this is what Fight Club steps in and starts teaching all these men that they need to do.
Amen. I was reading the webpage information today, and I always go into things skeptical, and we're all like that. We're always intimidated or fearful to try something new. And when I looked at the webpage for Fight Club, I was impressed. There was a lot of things. I mean, honestly, everything stood out, and it's what I think a lot of people are looking for. We got the cats with us today, amen.
Sorry.
But I think a lot of guys are looking for this.
Yes, they are. They're lost. They're searching. They're wanting to find something to better themselves and help lead them in the right direction.
Amen. Josh, how do you do Fight Club? What is it? You said it's an 11-week program.
Yeah, it's an 11-week program. We'll kick off on a Friday night, and then we have our weekly meetings. So there's meetings all over that you can choose if you live north, south, east, west. I mean, there's several meetings everywhere.
Indianapolis or state?
Indianapolis right now, Indiana right now. We are in South America and I can't even think, Ireland. Ireland is just kicking off pretty good, but South America is really launching. So we just pour into these guys for 11 weeks. They get a weekly letter. We just ask them to do everything that's in the letter and just really teach them what the Word says and just get them tithing, because God tells us, hey, if you tithe 10%, you can't outgive me. And
yeah,
he says, test me, and that's what he wants you to do. He wants you to test him.
Here's my opinion about tithing. God says, I'll give you $1 if you just give me a dime. And so I love tithing.
Yeah.
Amen. It's a blessing
a
of
blessing.
God. But no, I was reading the guidelines. So like if I was to sign up for the program, it said, would you follow our guidelines or maybe some, I wouldn't say instructions, but step up, have some boundaries for a minute in your life. And I liked them. They were all man builders, weren't they?
Right. And if we show the men that, hey, it's okay to humble yourself and follow another man because you don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we only know what we know. So if our parents hasn't taught us the proper way to be a man,
Yes.
we only know what we know, and then they're searching.
And so that's good. So basically, you're saying we're going to learn some Christian manly things.
Yes.
How to be a Christian man.
Yeah. How to be a good man. I mean, there's a lot of guys that's not even Christian that come in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I love fishing. And I love fishing, bank fishing. I like kayak fishing. I put the trolling motor on the canoe last year, so the wife goes fishing with me. A wonderful time. I love fishing. And whenever I talk to guys about fishing, I'm like, hey, let's go out. I go out every Saturday. Where do you want to go? I'll meet you. And the topic always comes up, well, I'll swing by the liquor store or I'll get some beer for it. No, I don't want that. I want the friendship. I want the adventure.
Yeah.
I don't want the drugs, the alcohol. No, I want something to kind of build myself up with others.
Yeah. So we in that scenario, we actually meet the guys where they're at. So if we have guys that are drug addicts that come in, we have guys that are alcoholics, we have guys that just come out of prison. We try to meet them where they're at.
Amen.
Let them feel welcome, and don't judge them because they have a beer or whatever. So we're just being there and being a blessing and showing them the proper way to lead, and just being there to let them see the light from God, not from us.
I guess what I'm saying is, when you think of like social gatherings, it seems like it all revolves around alcohol anymore. I want to hang out with other guys that we have the Lord in common.
Yep.
Honestly, that's my friends. If you look at my Facebook friends, I don't have many. I maybe hit the 100 mark. I'm kind of like Job with his 3 friends. But they're all believers.
Yeah.
And that's what we have in common is our fellowship in the Lord. And I like to do things with them. That's why I'm here at your house on a Saturday getting some eggs.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you here.
What do you do in Fight Club that builds camaraderie?
Basically, we teach the guys how to pray for one another, teach them how to be there for one another, teach them how to be that 3 a.m. brother, because a lot of these guys don't have a 3 a.m. brother. And when it comes time to the nitty gritty, they want to either do the right thing or they're going to go back to their daily life and just continue doing what they do.
Yeah.
So if they have a 3 a.m. brother, it helps because then the brother's on their mind and they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna call my guy and just say, hey man, I'm struggling, I need somebody to talk to.
Josh, what is your I don't want to say title. What is your position in Fight Club?
I am a cornerman of Fight Club.
A cornerman.
Yeah, I'm a cornerman.
Amen. And your peers are called cornermen also?
They're called corpsmen.
Corpsmen. Okay.
So
there's a structure.
Yeah, we have a structure. And then they come in, they go corpsman, co-leader, leader, regional leader, then they go to cornerman.
Amen.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you got a crew of good guys.
Absolutely.
I remember, if I can just say, I remember you said you helped someone move, you and your guys.
Yeah.
And it seemed like there was a church event or something that you provided security at.
Yes.
And the guys just stepped up to be those guys, the protectors, the men.
Yeah. And the moving thing, somebody was on Facebook and just needed some help. And I seen it. And I made a phone call and I had 10, 12 guys there within a matter of minutes. And we moved those people and they were moved in no time. And they're just super happy. They were just totally blown away. Men were stepping up in the community to help them. And the church that we jumped in and helped, they were having this appreciation night and for the congregation, and they needed somebody to step up and watch the kids. So we stepped up as Fight Club, and we went in there and we played with the kids. We had fun. We played basketball and kickball and this dodgeball. Everything the kids was doing, we were involved, but we were basically being the security for them kids, making sure nobody come in and took them where they didn't need to go. Amen.
You know, it's interesting, Fight Club. So you're thinking all serious and you know, got guidelines and structure and it's going to be work and things like that. But I looked at the webpage and every picture that I saw, everyone had a smile on their face. Yeah. It looks fun.
We have a lot of fun. I tell the guys all the time, if you don't like having fun, you're in the wrong place. Because we take life and we turn it into fun.
Amen.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about structure, a regiment. you know, we talked about the spiritual aspects, and I know that's the part that really touches your heart. And I respect you so much that you're that guy that people can go to at 3 a.m.
Right.
We talked about having fun, but I know there's some work that's
Yes.
involved.
Yeah.
You gave me an example. You said you
I have some. It's called the deck of pain. So when we
a
do
deck of pain.
yeah, a deck
You're
of
not gonna
pain.
hurt me, are you,
No,
Josh?
I'm not gonna hurt you. No.
Okay.
But basically, when we're all in a big group, we're working out, we're doing jumping jacks or whatever, and we'll flip the deck of pain out just to throw a little loophole in there. So
All right.
like first one is 7 alternate push-ups.
Whoa, this is gonna hurt them.
Yeah, so you get, I mean, literally, you got 7 push-ups. Then as soon as they get ready to finish those 7 push-ups and they're going to get done, we're like, all right, standard push-ups. Then they're like, oh man, we was going to get up. Then you throw another one in there. Oh, we got 6 burpees. So if you've never did a burpee in your life, you're about to have some fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it.
So we'll do that for 10 or 15 cards, and we'll run a mile, and we time everything because we want them to have progression throughout the 11 weeks.
Amen.
Yeah.
Do people go in with personal goals? I want to say that I have a friend that went through the program, and I want to say he told me up front, I want to lose some weight.
Yes.
And I want some encouragement. He was like, I've never really exercised before, and I want some other people to kind of like give me that
So we definitely
fire.
We definitely bring that fire. And if we find out you want to lose weight, that's the wrong thing to tell the guys because they're going to be on you.
Amen.
It's a definitely camaraderie of guys coming together, and they'll hold you accountable.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's the way Bible college was. It's interesting. We came together as a team.
Yes.
We didn't beat each other down, but rather we encouraged each other, edified. You found out maybe somebody's weakness and you didn't pick at it, but rather you would help heal it and give them that direction. So I really find this very empowering, very spiritual, and what a blessing it is. It's interesting. I was asking the question, why? And we mentioned camaraderie, friendship. You know, it's interesting. I find that as a Christian, it can be isolated. It can be lonely. We call this the Bible in blue jeans. Maybe you're a believer today and you work in an environment maybe where there's not other believers or maybe not solid believers. And you find yourself left out of conversations, left out of after work events and so on and so forth. And sometimes that's probably best, but it can become isolated and lonely.
Yeah.
They say one of the hardest things to do is for someone to go to church alone. Josh, I'm a guy. I want to go to Fight Club for Nehemiah 4:14. I love the
I got tons of
paraphernalia
Yeah.
and your shirt.
Yeah.
I believe your hat also.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm a single guy. I'm not a family, or I actually am happily married. But if I was a single guy, or maybe a married man, and what would I do? How do I go about participating?
Basically, you go to the FC414.club. It's not a club; it's actually a men's group. So www.fc414.club. Go there, set up the registration. The registration is going to kick off March 15th. It doesn't matter if you're 18, 20, 50, 80. We have a 90-year-old man that comes every round, and he's there and he tries to do his best. And we just encourage the guys to do 1% more. Give 1%. Give 1% more because God don't ask for 100%. But if we can give 1%, man, we can change a man's life.
That's powerful.
If we change a man's life, we're going to change his family.
It takes that willing heart, like Pastor Abbott said a few weeks ago, does that. And if you have that willing heart, I encourage you to go to Fight Club. Look in our comment section under this broadcast on YouTube. And Josh, would you put the information there for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fc414.club. Then we have weekly meetings. So when we kick off, we'll have our weekly meetings. Then we go midway, we'll have a graduation. So after midway, we get rest of the way and go to graduate. So we push these guys 11 weeks and watch these guys change their lives.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, thanks for meeting with me today, Josh. It's just a simple Saturday morning. I got my fresh eggs. I got white all over me. I've been doing drywall. And so that's what that is. If you see that, I appreciate you opening your home to me.
Thanks, Bob. You're
and
welcome.
I'm glad we could highlight you today. And once again, we appreciate you to listening to Upreach with Bob Starkey. I encourage you to follow us on YouTube, where you can watch this broadcast and former broadcasts. And may the Lord be with you, whether here, there, or in the air. Amen.
Amen. God bless.